our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. Every Monday morning, I come through to enlighten people's lives with words from Spirit, just to try to start the week off right. Good morning, Keith. Happy Labor Day. On the Edge Network, we are sponsored by the Edge magazine. This magazine can be found any place that is a drop spot. It is for free. And if you are wanting to be a drop spot, if you have a store, if you have a clinic, if you have whatever, feel free to message the Edge. Say, hey, I want to be a drop spot. They will send the magazines to you for free. You give them to your customers for free, which is really cool. Okay, guys. Wonderful. Good morning. Good morning, Tim. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day weekend. It is officially, I think, well, it's not official yet because it's not fall, but summer's over. Oh my gosh, summer's over. And it has been such a very fast summer. It's been crazy. It's been insane. It's been a ride. I'm not ready for fall. I'm not ready for fall, but I guess I'm going to have to be. So let's get into our talk for the day since I'm a few minutes late here today. Oh my gosh, lots to read here, lots to read. Beautiful picture. Let's see what we have to talk about today. I'll tell you what, I have a million things going through my head. So many happenstances over this weekend. Can't wait to see what we're going to talk about. So it says, before the cock crows, you will deny me 3 times. Okay. It says essential truth. You spent a lifetime denying who and what you really are. You see goodness and compassion within you, but you deny it. You see wisdom within you, but you deny it. You see infinite possibilities within you, but you deny it. And you see and experience God within you, and you deny it. You deny that I am within you, and I am you, and you deny me my rightful and obvious place. I tell you this, before the cock crows, you will deny me 3 times. Be very thoughtful. By your very thoughts, will you deny me? Every thought of yourself as smaller than you really are is denial of me. By your very actions, will you deny me? Every action flowing through yourself that plays out a role of good or a role of not good enough or lack or insufficient of any kind is a denial indeed. Not just in thought, not just in word, but in deed. You know in your heart that I am with you, in you, that we are one, yet you deny me. You say I exist, all right, but away from you, way out there somewhere, and the farther you imagine me to be, the farther away you step from your own truth. Do not allow your life to represent anything but the grandest version of the greatest vision you ever had about who you are. Now, what is the greatest vision you ever had for yourself? To me, that is, good morning, Larry. To me, that is mind-blowing. And I literally just had this conversation with a friend of mine this morning. Denying yourself. So often that's what we do. We look at the world. We look at ourselves in the world. And we can't, for some reason, we cannot see ourselves in the world. We cannot see ourselves in the positions we want or the status we want. We cannot put ourselves in that vision. Okay. And when I talk about this, I'm for one, how do I state this? I know I have struggled with this, and it's honestly called imposter syndrome. It's imposter syndrome. They've got a diagnosis for this where you believe that you're showing up. you're showing up, but you're really not the person you showed up to be, and you're being an imposter of who you are. And I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but it really puts you in this place of going, I'm not deserving of this. This is not where I should be. This is not how I am. Um, it it's very self-defeating is what it is. And I do believe that most of us have this defeating aspects about ourselves. Now, depending on where you are in life, um, it's all of us, because this is, you can tell just the way I'm talking, this is a hard subject for me, and it's one that I've been really working on and struggling with. So let's go down to the basics of it, because I know when you look at somebody like myself or some of these other people and you go, oh, but you're a public figure, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's not how it works. That's just not how it works. So let's take it down to the very smallest of depths of things. And I can remember myself when I was on the floor being a nurse. I've had conversations with many that are in every different line of work. And we show up every day and, we can say, I'm a nurse, or I'm a this, or I'm a that. But really, if you're a nurse, what are you? You're a healer. You're a person full of knowledge. You're a person that's showing up every day for somebody else. There's this amazing job that you do, okay? Because you're literally saving lives every single day, or you're trying to, at the very minimum, make somebody else's life better. Now, that ends up being a very big profession. Not one that I do anymore, but there's so many amazing people that still do it. But when you ask them, they'll say, I'm a nurse. Yeah, I tend to wounds. I do this, I do that. But to get them to state or to believe that they're these amazing healers, amazingly gifted, knowledgeable, experienced healers that every day show up for something more than what they believe themselves to be. It's very hard for them to understand that. It's hard for them to grasp the concept in here of their greatness, They're denying themselves who they are. We do that in every profession. You don't have to be a celebrity to have imposter syndrome. We all have it on a regular basis. Now, this morning, the conversation I had with a friend is because anybody that knows me knows I'm not a fan of the color blue. It's not my color. I'm very color sensitive. It depresses me. It puts me into a space that I just go, ugh. Like literally, if you put me in a solid blue room, especially certain shades of blue, I will get instantly depressed. Like my mood can be at the top of the world and I will whoosh. There's a certain store out there I go to only because I have to, because it is that shade of blue, grays and blues. And I walk in and I have to walk in totally pumped for everything just to make it back out of the store. It is that horrible how blue affects me. And there's no denying, guys, my top row of eyelashes are fake because we fill them in to get my old thickness, pre-menopause back. And she has fun with them. And she puts colors on them. And for 3 rounds now, she's put blues in them. And my friend goes, what's up with the blue yet? Because she calls me yet. And I go, I think I'm working on communication. She goes, DeEtte, you communicate better than anybody I know. And I said, but self-communication, looking within, believing who I am, working on my inner truth, accepting this. And I said, I've come great strides from where I was even a month ago. Great strides. But it's a struggle. It's a constant struggle to go within, to believe who you are, to accept the truth of who you are, to no longer deny yourself of who you are. And she went, well, I can see that. And she goes, I can see the strides in you. And I've had these communications with several people over the last not just week, but several weeks this year going through it. And I do believe this is a conversation for everybody. It's not just for myself. This year, I have spoke to more people that have said that this year has been the biggest struggle that they can remember. The biggest struggle in decades, a few decades. This has been such a transformative year. This year has been about going in, finding yourself, finding your truth. Who are you? Let's build upon that. Let's grow. Now, does that mean you're going to go off and, um, you know, change your occupation, change your relationships? No, it means that you are showing up for yourself. Maybe for the first time in your whole life, you're showing up to go, who am I in here? And I need to own this in here. And I think we do ourselves an injustice, because when I think about this struggle that we've had, when I look at my struggle this year, and I'll tell you what, this has been probably the hardest year of my life. And when I say that, I have not in my whole life had to rely on or ask for assistance from really very few people, and or few times. In this year, whether it be financially, um, moral pick-me-ups, whatever it might be, this has been a year that I had to just open up and say, I need help. I need assistance. I can't figure this out. And I truly believe it's because when we are young and we grow up, for very good cause, we tell our children, don't be conceited. Don't boast about yourself. We don't want to make others feel bad. It's not that you're not pretty, but we don't tell the world we're pretty. It's not that you're not smart, but we don't tell the world you're not smart. It's not that we're rich, but we don't tell the world we're rich. We do all this on a regular basis. And I'm not saying, guys, go jump on the top of the mountain screaming, I'm a rich, gorgeous person. It's not that. It's literally but telling yourself the truth. It's not boisterous to go in here and tell yourself you're beautiful, or tell yourself you're rich, or tell yourself that you're smart, or tell yourself you're famous, or tell yourself that you deserve all that you want. That's not being boisterous, and that's not being conceited, and it's not putting you in a place that you shouldn't be. But so often we don't do that. So often we don't look within and say, wow, this is me. For myself this year, the struggle comes down to a self-discovery. And it has steamrolled through everything. But it's truly been a year of self-discovery, of going in and saying, I'm okay, number one. I am who I am is number two. Belief in myself. Knowing that I don't need to ride on the coattails of somebody else to fly to the sky. That's a hard struggle. And that's a hard struggle no matter what occupation you're in. So many. I just sat, not this weekend, but last weekend, with some of the most incredible people I know. And each one, and yes, they all have very large names in the industry. But the conversations were of imposter syndrome, of having being very introverted, having to force themselves to be extroverted, people looking at them as them being arrogant or boisterous of themselves, because they have to put themselves in a place that is hard for them to do, to come out of this shell. They have to have an inner belief in themselves to do what they do. And sometimes they're doing it and they don't necessarily completely believe it in here, not what's coming out their mouth, but are they the right person to do this? What gave them the authority on anything? But they still show up and they still do it. And then they have to go back, and it's hard to put yourself in a place, because so rarely do we sit down with self-reflection and go, this is who I am. And this is at my core. But I will tell you, when you get to that point of truly believing in yourself, knowing who you are, and saying, I can do this, I can be this, and putting yourself out there, all of a sudden life begins to change. you start to get this inner feeling of going, I'm not going to deny who I am anymore. I'm not going to hide my light. I'm not going to not shine because somebody else is not shining next to me. Instead, I'm going to shine for them so that they don't have to be in the dark. And you go into this inner belief place. And it's incredible when you get in here and you really start to uncover who you are. When you dig down deep and you have these aha moments and you stop denying your truth, you stop denying your wisdom, and you allow that to shine. That's who we are at a very, very, very small being of us. That's who we are. I got the pleasure of talking this last week and explaining what death was. And somebody goes, when you die, you die. You go to the ashes. There's no more. I don't exist. And I said, but let's look at this in a different way. And they said, what? I said, let's talk about your soul. That soul that I truly believe is my inner spark, that is who I am, who is growing and has so much faith in itself. My body just hasn't caught up to yet. And I said, think about that soul. And we're references to the cars you've had in life. And I want you to think back when you got your first car. Now we're not talking anybody born in the 2000s and beyond. I'm talking about them people, us that have been born in the 1990s and 80s and 70s and 60s. And all of us remember the jalopies we bought for $200, if that, maybe $50. It's back, believe me, guys, cars were cheap back in the day. But that car, you were lucky if you got it home somehow and had to start doing work on it just to get it to go down the road. And it was a mess. That car was a mess. But you were proud of that car. And you get into it and you drive it, and some days it ran out of gas, and some days the tires went flat because they were bald, and other days, it just went putt, putt, putt. And some days it just roared down the streets. But eventually that car, that jalopy, always dies. It always dies on the side of the road, or you go out and it's never starting again. The car died. And I look at people and I go, what did you do when that car died? And I got out of it. And I went, and I kicked the tire. And I went to see how much money I had, and I went and bought another car. And then I drove away. And I said, yeah. And that's what our bodies are about. That's what our souls are about. Now, each jalopy you got into, each car you got into, you gained wisdom, you gave knowledge. And each one came more of you. And each car, because you came with inner knowledge and inner wisdom, you either bought a car that wasn't as much of a jalopy as the last one, or you knew how to fix it because you already had that knowledge of fixing it. And eventually, we're all getting into the year of the 2000s, and we're buying cars that, thank God, are not like they were made before. Granted, we can't fix them on our own anymore, but you know what? They're a little bit stronger and a little bit wiser. And we did that. Why? Because our inner knowing knew to do it. Now, when you look at your soul, we so often want to say that we only have the wisdom that we were born with. You only have what you were born with. Well, no, it's not true. When you look at your soul doing the same thing as your body did with those jalopies of the car, getting into a body, going with the body till it was a jalopy, and then the body just not being able to go on anymore, and it gets out of that body and it picks a new one and gets into the new one. And each body and each lifetime gives it more wisdom, more knowing, more in here. So you bring it up to this lifetime. Bring it up to this lifetime and think about this. Whether you're a new soul that's only had 50 lifetimes or an old soul that's had 200, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many lifetimes you've had. This is not your first one. You come with knowing of past lifetimes. When that soul comes with it, it comes with it knowledge. It comes with experience. It comes with memories. And they all get placed in here. And that's why when you look in, you start to see so much more depth than you ever believed. Stop denying who you are. Start to realize that sometimes you fall into a brand new job and it's like, oh my gosh, I know exactly, this is right where I belong. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's because you've been doing that for forever. It's what you've been doing. And it's been incredible. Start believing in yourselves. Stop denying who you are. Look in and go, you know what? I'm a badass. I'm incredible. There is nothing I cannot do. Get rid of the imposter syndrome. Because you cannot show up and do something and fake it. Because you have at least a small amount of knowledge. And as you show up, you're going to gain more knowledge and more and more. Give up the imposter syndromes. I know that's hard to say and it's harder to do. Believe in yourself. Know you can do it. Keep doing it. Keep shining. I want you to work on that this week. Looking inside yourself and telling yourself every day, you got this. You are who you are. And you're fabulous. With that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick break and I will see you in a few with that card stud. This is DeEtte here, School Through Spirit on the Edge Network.
Can you harm yourself using energy medicine? The answer is yes. Gail Lynn, the creator of the Harmonic egg products for commercial and home use, has been involved in the field of energy medicine for the past 15 years. In her experience, Gail has witnessed cases where people have faced negative consequences due to the improper use of energy medicine. Some individuals did not allow the sessions to integrate properly or exposed their bodies to beneficial energies for extended periods, leading to harmful effects. This can cause the body to go into a defense, flight, or fight mode, creating confusion within the body despite the positive nature of the energy. There is also the potential risk of hiring a wounded healer who may unintentionally hurt their clients. For those reasons and more, she is committed to educating people about the safe and appropriate use of energy medicine. For those interested in learning more, Gail provides videos, articles, and other resources at harmonicegg.com. Contact her directly at info@harmonicegg.com to find out about safe and effective energy healing products and services.
Elevate your consciousness with each issue of the Edge magazine delivered straight to your doorstep. Immerse yourself in a community of curious teachers and seekers dedicated to the collective growth and understanding. Each glossy edition is a portal to expand awareness, featuring the latest in metaphysical and holistic products, services, events, and books. Let our engaging articles and comprehensive practitioner directory guide you on your journey towards higher consciousness. With every issue, raise your vibration and deepen your connection to the universe, one enlightening read at a time. Subscribe today at edgemagazine.net/subscribe and embark on a transformative exploration here, there, and everywhere.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, here for our 5-card stud. And this week it is the Rose Oracle with Rebecca Campbell. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's open this baby up. Had these for a minute. Super excited because I've learned some stuff about her decks. Okay. I'll have to refresh myself a little bit on them, but it says the rose is a symbol of goddess of old, and she holds potent medicine for these times. This oracle creates a space for you to connect with her energy, wisdom, and breathtaking beauty. May her healing mysteries call you home to your true nature. What a gorgeous box. What a gorgeous box. I love this. I love this. And if you notice, oh, I love this. We're going to put this box like this. Okay. We're going to just put it right like that. And bring out these wonderful cards. I love this. I do love this, guys. So this is a pretty amazing little book. It's got, oh, wow. Is it not the same thing? Oh, wow. It's kind of cool because on the back of the, I like this. A lot of times whatever's on the back of the book is what's on the back of the box, but the back of the book says the secret symbol of the goddess of old, the rose holds ancient wisdom and potent medicine for these times. This soulful, deep-rooted guidebook will help you connect with the healing energy of the rose, return to your ever-unfolding true nature to be in tune with the changing seasons of your life and hear the wisdom within. Activating the oracle opens the doorway to the physical and spiritual reteachings of the rose. May the healing mysteries of the mother rose call you home to your own truth, nature, and plant your soul even more deeply than before. Boy, you can't make that up, can you? I love it. I love it. These are gorgeous. I love this book. It is simple. It's beautiful. It's a soft pink color. I like pink, guys. I'm a pink person. I love greens and I love pinks. Truly my favorite ones of all. So I want to tell you something though. She has got interesting ways of reading her cards, reading, it always comes with an extra because as we know, each oracle deck comes with, different ways of reading. So remember when I talked about the shape of the box being like this, she's got a way of reading the cards. Okay. So I'm going to literally show you. So this is a 1-card spread where you just put the card in the box that way. A 2-card spread, 3-card or 4-card. So you actually use the box as a way to do the cards. Okay. So when you use a 4-card spread, it's what's known, what's hidden, what's unfolding, and the grounded action to take, which is really incredible. Now, every deck she has, she utilizes this as a holder and a way to use the actual box. So it's kind of like using everything to make a full reading. Okay. Obviously, because we're doing 5 cards, that's going to be a little bit hard to put in the box on that aspect. But again, amazing discovery with these cards, amazing different ways of reading things that people don't necessarily always look into. So let's figure out what these cards are about. Pretty design on the back. I love this with her. It's got the extra card, the Rose Oracle Attunement. On the back of this card, you will find the Rose Attunement Altar card. You can use your attunement to ritually connect with your oracle and Mother Rose. Each time you use it, you can find a free visual and audio ritual version of the attunement at that. So it's a nice little thing that you can read. It's an extra little thing to the cards. I kind of like that also. I will tell you what, I'm liking these cards so far. Look at the beautiful pictures. Let's be honest. The artwork is fabulous. It really is. I do love this. So let's shuffle them. Remember, 5-card stud is you can pick 1 card, 2 cards, all the cards if you like. You can wait until I'm done and do the full reading. Completely up to you. It's something for you for the week. You can also look at the aspect of if you have multiple issues going on in life. Feel free to write down each issue, assign it a number, and then that way you can essentially get 6 little readings out of this 5-card stud. But we do this featuring different decks every week. Why? Because this way you can see the cards a little bit, see if they're easy, see if they're complicated, see if it's something that you resonate with before we go. Now, guys, we're going to do that extra special this week because it is Addie's last day of summer school. Hold on. I'm going to do the 5-card stud. When I'm done, she's going to come and do an extra card reading for you. If she's brushed her hair this morning, she told me she wasn't brushing her hair today. It's okay, darling. She just woke up a little while ago. So we're going to do my 5-card stud. And then when we're done, she's going to pull a card from her deck. Okay. So you get that extra card this week. Okay. So she's going to give me just a few minutes to do that.
Yes, we are doing an extra card pull, and it is going to be me that is card pulling them.
That's right. She's been doing this for years, guys. She loves it. Okay, so the first card.
Yes, I have been doing it, and I love it.
So the wastelands, substantial, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful card. Look at that beautiful card. And I like this because it is saying that, wait a second, you've been moving way too fast. You've been trying to put too many irons in one fire. You sure can. Give it a minute, darling. So this is literally telling you to go hold down, slow down. Take a moment. You've been trying to throw all of it at once. So it's like having that, excuse me, having something that you're trying to create, having something that you're going, wow, this is a good thing. I want more of a good thing. And you're trying to grasp at everything, bringing it all in. It says, no, don't be pulling in extra stuff quite yet. It is saying, leaving those ideas, writing them down, putting them out there and saying, I am going to make this rock solid, get a great foundation before I start adding more in. So start doing that. Bring this back to yourself. Bring it back to that smaller little area, because when it's time to start growing, it's going to take off like a wildfire anyway. So just kind of get back to where you need to be and take it one step at a time. Oh, there's kind of stuck together. Card number 2, the Rose Garden. Innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself when you're looking at this. I think this is the biggest one, because in life right now, you're really kind of doing a self-condemning to yourself. You're being hard. You're judging yourself. You need to stop. You need to hold back. You need to pull in these reins and go, I got this. I'm okay with this. Life is, be careful with your shirt. I'll hold that down for her. So it is going. Are you comfortable? Okay. So be gentle with yourself. Okay. Give yourself the break that you desperately need. Card number 3, the grandmothers. Remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. Trust the weavings. This is really hard because it's kind of looking at the 3 fates. If you're into mythology, the grandmothers, which is other cultures. Whatever this is, maybe it is whatever deity or person that you look at, but it's trusting that things are happening for a reason. Everything is coming together. Not so easily do we trust people. We don't trust things are happening the way they need to be, but believe it in that. Sometimes you have to kind of take a step back and just go, okay, everything's happening for a reason. Everything's going to be just fine. Will you just stop? I got one very large chair and she wants half of it. Perfect. Card number 2, or 4, plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. That's a big one. That's a big one. Grounding. You need to take some breaths. You need to relax. You need to go woosa. Okay. You need to go woosa. You need to bring it in. Okay. So often we don't ground. We're kind of like the helium balloon. We want more. We want it bigger. We want it to be bad. We want it to be amazing. But what do? We let it go. And we need to not let it go. We need to not let it go. Grounding yourselves means, guess what? I can hold it here and I can be more. I can hold on to more. So ground yourself before you let yourself get too far out of hand. The last card. I feel like I'm all over the place here, but
and also I'm going into school tomorrow.
Yes.
First day of school.
Let me finish this really quick. And the last card number 5 is the Sacred Waters. Nourishment, replenishment, health, self, rest and self-care. Rest and self-care. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. This is time for you to kind of recoup. For all those mothers that have grandbabies or grandmothers that have grandbabies, mothers that have daughters or children, going and looking at life and going, I'm going to give myself a break. This is my time. I have been giving it all summer. School day, going back to school day is a break for the parents as much as it is for kids. If you've been hitting it hard at work, give yourself that massage. Give yourself that time away. It is you. You need to give to yourself. So often what we do is we give to so many other people, but we don't think about ourselves. Take care of you as much as you're taking care of the rest of the world. So card number 1 was the wastelands. Card number 2 was the rose garden. Card number 3, the grandmothers. Card number 4, plant yourself here. And card number 4, the sacred waters. And when I'm looking at this, this is a week that, you know what, it is. This week is really, guys, it's about self-reflection. It is all about self-reflection, but it is taking a moment to go, wait a second. I've been going high speed. I've been going high speed, trying to do too much all over the place, maybe spread yourself a little thin. And it's telling you, nope, it's time for you to stop, slow down, bring yourself back in, look at who you are. Sit with yourself, change the perspective of who you are. If you've been giving yourself a hard time, give yourself a break. If you've been going too far, too fast, slow down, give yourself a break. Look within. It is time to tend this garden here, not all the rest of the gardens. So look at that. Stop your running. Stop going all over. This week is about you just kind of bringing it in, taking those deep breaths, taking a bath, and then after you've rebuilt yourself, go back at it again. But this week, take the time for you. What's your card, Adeline? What deck is she using? Oh, do you guys remember the Cutie Chilby Tarot? She's pulling a tarot card this week. She really fell in love with these cards, so I went, why not give them to her? So there you go.
I liked the box, so I asked my nanny, can I have the deck? And she, of course, said, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm going into 2nd grade tomorrow.
You are, aren't you?
Tomorrow's our first day of school for me and my brother.
Mm-hmm. Do you know she's been doing these card pulls now since she was 3?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time. Okay, you gonna pull a card? One card. Or is that like a magic tap? I think we all should do that a little bit more often. Okay, what's the card? Ooh, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Okay, we're going to have to open up and see if there's a book in here. Oh, there is.
I knew there was.
I know, because that Wands is all about knowledge. I know that. I know it's about knowledge. What does this one think the 7 of Wands are? Because even though it should be normal common sense.
Right.
Oh, look. It says, you have already come a long way, but you are feeling somewhat alone in your struggle, or are others working against you? The odds might be long through. They are ultimately in your favor. So is that card telling you to believe in yourself, that you've done a lot? What's that mean to you?
It means like it means like if you've been trying to level up for something, it means you're trying hard. And also, I leveled up last Wednesday on gymnastics.
And how did you do that? Did you believe in yourself?
And also, most of these tricks that I couldn't do weren't in there.
Mm-hmm. So that card was all about believing in yourself, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That you've come a long way, baby. Does that make sense? So hopefully that extra card for everybody means something, because I think it's a great card to bring all of this whole reading together, because you can't make this stuff up, guys. Hey, good morning, Miss Michelle. It is like I always tell people, you know what, cards are an amazing tool, but you can't deny them. So we just did this amazing reading that's all about giving yourself a break and doing all this stuff. And Andy comes in with a totally different deck. We went from Oracle to Tarot. And the card is all about giving yourself a break and believing in yourself. You can't make that up. And I think she did a great job yet again. But you guys won't see her again.
I used to do Oracle, and now I do Tarot.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten older, so I stopped doing Oracle and started doing Tarot.
Mm-hmm. You like your Oracle still, though, huh?
But I don't do that.
You don't. Okay, guys. You won't see Addie again until she's got a break from school. But we're going to bring her on.
Until June, you will not see me until June.
Oh, I think we'll see you at Christmas break at least.
Christmas break, you will see me. Maybe Halloween break.
There we go.
I don't know.
You don't know. You'll just be here when you are. Okay, guys. Excuse me. A quick of where I've been, where I'm going. Guys, I got nothing coming. I do have a surprise, though, guys. I do have a magical surprise for you. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Paranormal 60 with Dave Schrader. It's a phenomenal podcast out there. The show goes twice a week. And I want to let you know, me and Dave recorded our show, and our show airs this Wednesday evening. Oh, Adeline, be careful. I cut my finger off. Well, big chunk of my skin anyway. So the Paranormal 60, I was a guest on Dave Schrader's show, which is super awesome. Thank you, darling. And it airs this Wednesday evening. No, honey. It is Paranormal 60. If you're interested in, please go out and find it. Follow Dave. Follow his journey. He's an amazing paranormal gentleman. Huge public personality for the rest of us. Also, please be kind. If you're still sending out prayers and thinking about Chris Fleming and his cancer journey, or Shaylee and Klaus, please continue to send prayers to them. They are healing. They are, with all the prayers and the love, their fighting chances have gotten so much greater than they were before. So please, guys, even Chris Fleming, which was a diagnosis they didn't think was treatable, is now at a place where we can treat it, which is saying that, guess what? Your love, your prayers have brought a long way. Shaylee has gone through surgery. She's got her new bones placed in and the cancer removed, and she's in the process of healing right now. So not cancer free yet, as far as I know, but we're still watching those comments. But again, guys, your prayers, your love, your donations, they've come so far. You guys have really rocked this. My schedule has been opened up for September and October. If you're looking for readings, please go to DeEtte.us as it shows on the screen. Book with me. My schedule is opening up even more than it ever has before. I'm changing those hours tomorrow because I will be a house without grandbabies, because both of them are in school this year, full-time school. And I'm going, but that's okay, because it opens my schedule to do more readings, to do more work, to create more classes, to be there for myself and for you, because they don't need me as much.
If you sign up for a Sunday class or a Saturday class, I can see you guys.
That's right. Exactly. I love that, because we're going to have to do that, huh? We're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do some weekend classes now. So yes, those schedules are open. I have opening them up. Just know that the hours are going to get, change. I'm going to have more hours than I've had over the last several years. So my availability is there. Your availability is there. Aunt Sarah saying, hey, my girl. Aunt Sarah, no, she's right here. Can you say hi, Aunt Sarah?
Hi, Aunt Sarah.
She says, my girl. Okay, guys, happy Labor Day. Have a great, happy, healthy, safe holiday. I will see you next Monday morning here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Say bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.